that announcement coming in the early hours of this morning. Why the change? What's going on there?
So my sense is that Verizon is looking for answers for its growth problem. They really have trailed AT&T and Verizon for several quarters, actually a couple of years now. And, they've made a lot of moves, taken a lot of action to try and course correct here and go from share donor to share gainer in that postpaid wireless business, the contract business. And it just hasn't worked. And I think they're looking for change here. And so they named the head of the board, Dan Schulman, to be CEO. And Dan has a background as CEO of Virgin Mobile. He also worked at AT&T for almost 20 years. So, the thought hopefully here is that Dan brings in a fresh perspective.
Yeah, but shares are off this morning, John. Is that just a factor of changes to come, or is there something behind it that investors are less enthused that this can be a welcome change?
I think the big surprise to the street was the fact that Sam Path, who's head of the consumer unit and who was being groomed for the CEO spot here for a couple of years now, didn't get named CEO. I was really shocked at this news. I thought Sam Path would be named CEO somewhere in the next 6 months here. He's a young guy, he brings great energy to the consumer group. But again, all the actions they've taken have yet to work to really turn around growth there. And I think the board looked at it and said, he's a dynamic personality, but the report card is still not great here. So let's try bringing in someone who has outside perspective. And I'd note one thing, by the way, Schulman has executive experience at American Express and PayPal. And so my sense is Verizon may begin to test some adjacent markets like consumer finance as a way of jump-starting growth here in coming years.